What's going on YouTube? It's your boy SAMDUKEZ with another video. So this video has been requested for a while. I had it recorded like about a month ago. I just never had the time to actually do it. So this is going to be the MAGE artifact guide for MISTWEAVER Monk. Okay, so I'm going to briefly go over the talents that I took. So I took Chi Wave, Chi Torpedo, Mist Wrap, Leg Sweep, Healing Elixir, Summon Jade Serpent Statue. You can take the Red Crane over here if you're worried about your healing. I take Rising Thunder. I'm just a PvPer at heart, so that's why I take Rising Thunder. Rising Sun Kick resets the remaining cooldown Thunder Focus Tea. During this challenge, you're going to notice that I am up in there always doing DPS and stuff, so this actually works out pretty good. But if you want to be safe, then you can go on Focus Thunder if you're not used to that. Okay, so let's get right into this challenge. Alright guys, so you're gonna notice I'm 951 item level, so I am a little bit over geared for it, but the mechanics are still the same. Okay, so in the beginning, this is how it's going to start. You're going to get one mob. You have 4 people that you have to heal. The warrior is actually the tank, so keep him always up. So over here, this person, you're just gonna start DPSing right away, and they do this move where you have the arrow just like that. That arrow, that mana thing, if it hits you, you are going to lose a chunk of mana, so you do not want it to hit you. So you either, which I didn't know at this time, but you can let the menace thing hit one of your partners, so you stand behind them and it won't affect anything. I did not know that, but as a MISTWEAVER you can just go and cap it, and I believe that's what I do. Yep, you encap it, and you just start doing the normal thing again, start DPSing. The faster that you DPS this guy down, the more that you don't have to do the mechanics again, right? Because it gets harder and harder. Okay, now you have this mage and you have the menace thing, so you gotta look out for both things. This mage right here is going to be casting a lot of blasts, and it does take like at least half a chunk from whoever it hits. So I wouldn't use the incap on it, but you can stun. As a MISTWEAVER, you know, you have a lot of things at your disposal. If I knew that you could stand in the way of your partner, then maybe I would have incapped, right? So over here, I'm just healing it instead of doing anything. So now you see the arrow. You gotta focus on the arrow. I'm gonna go there, incap it. Mage is the priority right now. Cap it. Even if it's for a second, you just want to interrupt the cast. At the same time, keeping your people locked up. I do not know why I stunned. You do not have to stun, because the next phase, I believe I do have to stun. Well, I don't have to, but you can. Okay, over here you have a mage, and you have this being right here. What is it? The knife dance. Okay, so the knife dance, once it goes off, it's going to do AoE to everybody. So that's what most of the time you should use your stun on. But because over here there is no mana thing at the same time, you can incap the knife dance. But make sure the knife dance goes off before you incap, like that. Because if it doesn't go off, once the incap is off, then he's gonna do it again. So you make sure that he's casting it, then do it. Mage is the priority again. So the knife thing, after the knife goes off, will usually, you see the eyes over here, will usually eye you. And at this point, you should be running away from it. Sometimes it does target one of your teammates, but most of the time it does target you. So same thing over here. He's gonna do that knife dance thing. So I incapped him on it. I'm taking the eye thing head on. You don't have to do that. But I knew my item level was pretty good for it. So now we got the mage, and we have 2 knife dances over here. Now the 2, you can't incap both, obviously, so you have to save your sweep for him. Otherwise, you're gonna be casting Vivify, and somebody might die. So over here, what I did, if you notice, is I let the knife go off near my party, which is near the mage. So when I do a leg sweep, it stuns all three. You know, it's just a bonus thing. You don't have to. So now I'm getting eyed, and that's why I'm running away. I just want to help them out by DPSing, since I could do more DPS than them. Mage is down now. Now we got two knife things. Now you have both, at least in cap 1, and then cast Vivify, since your leg sweep is still on cooldown. So over here, just normal DPSing. If you guys are not familiar with MISTWEAVER Monk DPS, you can Crackling Jade, but if you want to get up close and personal, and since we took the Rising Thunder talent, if you do 3 of the Tiger's Palm, your next blackout kick will actually hit 3 kicks consecutively, which is like your burst DPS, and also you have Rising Sun kick. So now for the last phase during this part, I believe you're going to get a mage, 2 of the knife things, and also you gotta get the mana sting, so you gotta be careful. So now you notice the arrow, right? You should go in cap that arrow. And I believe I got hit. Yes, I did get hit over here. I got a little bit overwhelmed. But you get the point. You see, notice, look at my mana right now. It's a huge chunk of it just went missing, right? So I do get the in cap over here in the second one. Mage is down now. Now I gotta worry about the knife. We got one of the knives down as well, so just the knife and the mana sting. Now remember, if you mess up at this part like I did and your mana went down, you can use a mana pot, but remember you can only use 1 mana pot till this part of the fight is over, so you can't like just, the cooldown doesn't go away until it's over, because it's only once per fight, right? So now all of them are down except the mana sting, so we're just taking it down, and it should be pretty easy from here. That's why I use my stun over here, is because there's nothing else after this phase. Alright, so after this part, you are able to drink and get your mana back. So now we're up to stage 2. So I believe I do go for the drink. Yep. So I get my full drink off over here. Now this is stage 3. So in this part, you will be alone. You won't be with your party. So let's just skip a little bit ahead. So over here, you will have these 8 minions around you. I don't know if it's 8 actually, but they do AoE damage. So make sure you're healing yourself while you're killing them, because they explode. So 1, right, healing, right. I'm playing it safe, so the more I always want to heal, as opposed to just like craning and then it could one-shot me. So every time I kill one, I like to heal. And there you go. Now over here, there's going to be a group. You just have to kill them down. Nothing special over here. I just stunned and just started DPSing. Pretty easy. As I'm going down, I'm just enveloping myself. And I believe that damage that I just took is from those little orbs that are around me. They actually do a lot of damage. So over here, you just gotta go in. Okay, so you have to heal these people up. Just heal them up. That now you see this guy that's feared. All you have to do is dispel him. Once you dispel him, he's gone. Because if you don't dispel him, he will fear you once you touch him. So just heal these guys up. Now you're gonna have the mana person, the same mana sting with corrupted arbalest or whatever. Just DPS her, stun her. Okay, good. She didn't even do the Manus thing, so I couldn't show you. But even if she does, all you gotta do is incap or stun, etc. Over here, just like crane your way up. Make your way to the next door. Okay, so over here you just want to kill this. If you stay outside of the room, those things inside will not be AoEing you, so that's a good tip. Kill this guy outside. Now just make your way the same way around the room as you did in the previously. And now we're up to stage 4. Over here, if you're out of mana, which you shouldn't be, but if you want to recoup or anything, you can eat and all that stuff over here. So now you reunite with your party members. Just waiting for the cutscene to go by. As you can tell, I was just looking through my friends list because I was bored as well. Okay, so what's going to happen over here? There's going to be 3 people that you got to heal alongside your team as well. You do not want I'll show you exactly what I mean. So over here, just start healing your team. Okay, so these minions over here, or damaged soldiers, whatever you want to call them, there's 3 of them, and they're making their way to the middle of the map, which is the commander or whoever, and you do not want them to reach him. So what you have to do is heal them to full before they reach him, and there is a really good reason you do not want them. The more that reach the middle, the more harder the next phase is. If none reach the middle, then you skip the next phase. So just remember that. So you just want to heal them. I just vivified and did whatever I can. I believe some did reach him. So as you see, 1 reached him over here, which was unfortunate. So the same thing again, as you're keeping your team up. Now, don't worry about how much mana you spend, because there is a brief moment where you can drink right after this phase. So as you're spamming Vivify, it's also healing your team as well, which is really good. Doing the same thing. Make sure none reach. Well, do your best to make sure that none reach. Alright, so this is stage 6 now. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So over here you're able to drink. And depending on how many reached the middle, those will be the mobs that you will be fighting. Now those mobs will actually be the same type of mobs that you fought in the first phase of this scenario. So I believe I had 3 reach in this one. Looks like 3, yes, 3. So we got a mage, we got a knife dancer. Oh, we got 2 mages actually, so we want to make sure that we kill them pretty fast. And after this phase, you cannot drink, so just be warned. And this could be a lot harder than 3, just to let you know. If all of them reach for whatever reason, you will be fighting every single mob, and I think at that point, it's pretty impossible. So just make sure none reach. In Captain Knife Dance, the same thing as the first phase you're going to do during this phase. with the respected mobs, that is. So as you can tell, my mana is pretty good. Everything is good. The longer you take to fight this guy, you can recoup also because the boss starts right away. So here it is. So over here, okay, so you're going to start DPSing him. Now, this is very crucial. You gotta listen, okay? I was wiping in the beginning when I did not know this, but if you're going to get a dot on you after this green thing comes up. Once the dot goes off, it's an explosion. If you are full HP when that explosion happens, your whole team dies. You cannot be full HP. So let's say right now I'm 82% and I get out of that green thing and I'm like, oh man, the dot is gonna go off. Go back into the green and take damage until you're about like 30% to be safe. So you'll see what I mean. That's why I'm standing. This is the dot that I'm talking about. And notice my health. I'm standing on the green on purpose. So now I'm DPSing. He's going to jump on me after the blow up. So you're going to be careful because if you were too low and he jumps on you, you'll probably die, right? So notice, look, 13% HP the tank is right now, 36. So you got to be careful. So right now you'll spam your Vivifies and heal them up. But at the same time, making sure that you're be careful. So over here, I got scared a little bit, so I bubbled myself. I should have just bubbled the tank, but you know, I got a little bit cocky. So at the same time, I have the dot standing in, keeping. Now everybody's low again. Remember, they don't take that much damage. The most damage is depending on that dot and how much HP that you had. So over here, they're looking really good. I end up getting the dot, standing on it. And now I'm 22% HP, which should be good for a little bit. But I did pop my red crane, just in case. Now, same thing. I went in for a kick, but I don't want to get too cocky. But you can DPS a lot, like over here, just straight crackling. If I DPSed more, I probably would have ended it sooner. So you have to go to all the, eventually, if you don't, everything will be green. So I just want you guys to know one thing. If you die, do not leave the scenario right away, because if your teammate doesn't, if none of your teammates die, they can still get the kill. If one of them dies, then the scenario is over. So over here, I'm in the last spot. And you're going to see it comes really close. I apologize for that. My partner, well, my friend was just inviting me to an RBG. Okay, so over here, all turn green, and we end up getting it right away, and that's the Mage artifact challenge for Mistweaver. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, throw those notification bells on, throw that thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, guys, peace.